Night. Yes, you could. All right. Now I want to do something a little different tonight with girls talk. We're gonna add a little tarot with it, but definitely let's have us a girl talk night. Now I'm using Ace Metaphor cards. Hopefully Ace Metaphor pop in and do a little cameo, which would be awesome. All right. And if you never have heard him speak, you're missing out on a treat. So we're gonna start this off with Aries and work our way around the Pisces. How about that? So it says tonight. Let's. This is the back of the card. So let's see what Aries card has to say. I went ahead on and pre-shuffled and got everything set up. So as the cards come out, uh, trust me, I haven't looked at them. Okay, so let's see what the first card is. Now, it will be probably some of these questions on these cards may be a little intimidating, but I know there's a few of you out there that can handle it, right? And it's like more like a conversation that you will have with either your girlfriends or with your significant other, possibly somebody that you're interested in entertaining as a potential partner. Okay. First call, tough one right off the top. All right, this is for 18 years old and up. If you are not 18, please uh, go ahead on and exit from the video. Aries, your card says, have you ever received horrible oral sex? And if so, tell me what made it so bad. Now that right there can be a real good conversation starter. Oral sex, bad oral sex. I will say, to get this started and warmed up, I can remember a time that was not so great, right? Okay. Yes, I received bad oral sex before, ladies. And tell you what made it so bad? Well, the person did not know what they were doing. Uh, you know how a calf would suck on his mama's udders? That's how the individual was with me. And it was to the point where it was painful as well as unwanted. Never did it again. Hello, Balanu. So you do have a love oracle, Aries. Better beginning. If you have a conversation with your person that you're interested in, sometimes it's not always about the sex, but the sex is a bonus, correct? So have a conversation with your person. Tell them what you like. Show them how to do it. Guide them while you're in the act. Well, Aries, they said someone has deeper feelings for you than you know. So you definitely have a secret amount. And this person is not even letting you know how much they adore you. Now, there is a link if you want to pop in the box and talk about your first time or the time that you had an encounter that was not so great. We'll give 2 minutes between each of the zodiac signs for someone to pop in the box. Don't forget to get your drinks. You might want to sit down with a glass of wine and kick it by and have cyber girl talk. Cup of tea. Don't matter to yourself. And who knows? All right. Let's go on now to Taurus. Taurus, let's see what your card says. Taurus, your card says which ex hurt you the most and how? Anyone want to talk about one of their exes? The one that hurt you the most and how? I can relate to that as well. I was in a relationship with her and everything was going quite well. The mood was right. He cooked for me, pulled my chair out, put it back. Um, we had amazing times together. And then there came the time when we started bonding, where we started opening up and talking about some of the things from our past life. I became very comfortable with this man. And there was a strong bond. Indeed. But close to the end of the year being with this man, he started changing. The relationship ended abruptly with no closure at all. He was very intelligent, and I felt he was my. But it seems like we came from two different eras of life because he allowed the outside to dictate the relationship. And that was very painful. Very painful. Could not make a decision on his own, that he valued the opinion of others, and knowing that the things that they was telling him was not the truth, but he went with it anyway. So let's see what your next card says. It says, well, it says when you hold my hand, that warmth keeps my insecurities away. This could be how your person felt. Maybe you were the one that brought the security into the relationship, Taurus. Maybe your person felt very comfortable when they were around you. This is your person, Taurus. Just telling you that. Now, although you know you had a bad relationship with this person, this is what they're saying. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into the light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for life. And if there's any thought about starting over and having a new relationship with this person, start it on a good note. Forget about everything that happened and just start afresh right where you're at. And that will bring a successful relationship. Baby, now we're getting to Gemini. But we're going to wait 2 minutes in between to see if anybody want to pop in the box or put something in the chat box about which ex hurt them the most and why. So if I didn't give a why, I thought I did when I was talking about my own experience, and I'm sure I did. Outside forces and people had too much to say about the relationship instead of the person speaking up for themselves and using their own damn mind and manning up. You know, sometimes in relationships, the breakdown comes when there's no communication. If one person is talking and the other person is not actually listening, there is a breakdown. So there's a strong feeling within me that Taurus, you tried to talk to your and maybe your person could not comprehend you weren't able to articulate your feelings into words as well as you wanted to. However, on the flip side, it could be the other person really wasn't as invested into the relationship, situationship, pseudoship as you desired. But they do want you to forget. Forget about all the hurt, harm, regardless whether you got sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay? They want you to forget about it. All right, Gemini. Let's see what your card says. Wow. Gemini, your card says, could you date a man that's married but says he's separated? Why or why not? Gemini, could you date a man that's married that says they're separated? Why and why not? Anybody speak up on that? Put it in the chat. Well, I'm just going to give my opinion if you don't mind. Dating a married man is very tricky because you don't know exactly how that's going to go. Most women feel like that if they date a married man that they know that there is no ties. That at any given time they want to walk away, they can do so because he has someone at home. But that don't always be the truth. See, there are some men that are married only in name, and that's it. And there are some men out there that are looking for certain kind of relationships. When they find it in that particular person, it be hell to get away from. They could be married and still will act a DAM fool in front of the person they married to. Hmm. And that other person be floored to find out that their spouse is in love with somebody else more than them. And at that moment, there is like complete silence in that other person's mind. And the only thing they thinking is, let me pack my stuff and find me the nearest hotel to go to, because they know beyond a shadow of a doubt the relationship is over. Now, on the flip side, dating a married man that may have some mental imbalances can go wrong. Here in Texas, and it's been about 2 years ago, a man that was a military man had a wife and a son, and he had a woman on the side. Well, the woman on the side, if I recall, got pregnant, and the wife found out. So the wife decided this man mind flipped. He killed his son, had him upstairs in the bedroom. There was a standoff for 9 days between that man and the police. He killed the boy first. He killed his wife second. And right before the police broke in, he killed the girlfriend last, meaning that he loved her the most, and then turned the gun on himself and off himself. But his process of thinking was that he did not want another man to raise his son. But he did not count up the cost prior to going out there and getting in a relationship with someone that he didn't say I do to. So that could really go bad. That could really go bad, dating a married man, because you feel like that no strings attached and you don't know the magnitude of this person's mental health. Now, dating a man that say he's separated from his wife, there are some women as well, yeah. There are some women and men that would date somebody they say they're separated. But are they legally separated? Or are they just separated and this man is using wordplay? Because wordplay could mean that we're separated because she's out of town. But when she come back, they're no longer separated. I, on the other hand, would not like to date a man that's married. I don't think that would be wise. And maybe I'm not mature enough to do so, because there are people that are married and both couples are married, but yet and still they still come together, you know. You may have a woman over here married to someone and a man over here that's married to someone, and they both meet up at the same hotel for cocktails. And the next thing you know, they start meeting up there, same day, same time, same place, knowing it's just something to do. And then they leave and go back home to their person like nothing ever happened. I don't, I really can't, I really can't, I can't feel myself in that. I can only tell you what, from logic, okay? But I don't think I've ever experienced that. I have experienced being with a man that told me he was not married. And I found out 3 months later that the man is full blown married. And I wanted a piece of his behind. And it took me like about almost 2 years to recover from that because I was holding it against myself. Because I've always made sure, I told myself that I would not do such a thing. So it made me feel bad that somehow I got caught up in a relationship with someone that knew that they had a whole wife. The man eventually apologized. He did. But I was out for his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, your next card in love, it says this is coming to end. So, the outcome, in my opinion, is if you get yourself attached to someone that there's really no future with, or you'll be lingering around in hopes that he'll pick you over the other person. It's not going to last long. And there are some women that are still hanging on a thread because the man said that he's going to leave his wife for them. But that day seems like it never comes. And they continue to hope and they continue to wait for him to leave his significant other to be with them. But then you may want to ask yourself this: who's to say that he won't turn around and do the same thing to you? The love card for you, Gemini, it said a message for you. Someone says, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So we have a Gemini here. You may be dating a man that's married and don't even know it. You may have had an encounter with somebody that's married. They may have an open relationship. But this person says they're thinking about you and they do love you. All right, let's take a few minutes to marinate that. Hello, Evo. Evo, I appreciate you coming in. Y'all double tap the screen as you coming in. Where did Banana New go? Banana New Banana. Double tap the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't stay long, at least let other people know that we're live. And we are having girl talk. Men are invited. And you are also invited to speak your opinion on how you feel about that. That is the part I don't get. How it seems to be okay for others to hurt the innocent. They living the double life as seeming to hurt the innocent. Indeed, the innocent do get hurt. And the innocent is the one that's more likely the one that's putting the most work into the relationship, the one that's doing the most investing. That would probably be the person that cooks and clean up and make sure all the bills are paid and make sure she take care of her partner and the children as well. Okay. The one that prays and makes sure that they keep the evil away, the negativity. The one that's saving money. The one that's trying to have an intelligent, intellectual conversation with their partner, trying to be open in hopes that they understand and they saying, okay, I got you, I understand. All right, I'm going to meet you where you are and let's move forward. But the innocent do get hurt. Yeah, I remember getting hurt myself. But when your intuition kicks in and it tell you something ain't right. And you hoping that the person will be more forthcoming and be honest with you. Not being not trying to come in and try to put you down and say, I found somebody better than you. In some cases you will, some cases you won't. But when God give you something that's rare and is right, you more likely you will not be able to find that particular person again in this lifetime. And you'll have to sit with that the rest of your life, even until the day that you're leaving here, of how you mistreated that person who was divinely given to you, handpicked by God and sent to you. You can pretend like it doesn't bother you, but subconsciously and psychologically it does. And most of the time, people that have actually done that find themselves becoming workaholics. They try to stay busy so they don't have to think. They don't want to be by themselves because then they have to sit and they have to think. So they rather surround themselves with other people that are like minded in hopes that those people will agree with them that what they did was for the best. But not realizing that they had an ulterior motive for even telling you something like that because misery like company. They don't want you to have nothing good because they don't have nothing good. Wouldn't you prefer somebody to covet your relationship opposed to try to tear it down? Because if they covet your relationship, that means they're going to do better. They're going to change some things about themselves. See, some people are leaders and don't even realize that they're leaders in silence because others are watching their actions and the way they carry themselves and how they handle their affairs and how they approach situations and they resolve them. Everyone is not made to be a leader, to be on a podium, to be on a stage. There are some great leaders that are leading just by the standard of their life. Sadly experienced that. The intuition is warning, but one is determined to make it work. It's true. Your intuition can tell you he doing you wrong, she doing you wrong. They laughing and talking behind your back. They telling all your intimate moments. They just put all your business out there, and you will say, "I'm gonna overlook that because I love him or her." That's not true because when we're around each other, I feel their closeness. Oh, they treat me so well. And who's to say you may even go to a step further and ask them, "Hey, are you holding conversation with other people about us?" And if you hit the head on the nail, hit the nail on the head, more likely they're gonna tell you no and try to make you believe it's all in your head. Which talks about that would be like a narcissist. Double tap the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a like. Appreciate you coming in. So they'll gaslight you. They'll make you believe that it's all in your head, and then you know it because your intuition is not going to tell you that it's not true. It's going to tell you this is really happening. But the more that you interact with your person or this person of your interest, they continue to try to make you believe that you're making it all up. All right, let's go on now to Cancer. Cancer, let's see what your card has to say. Remember, y'all, I haven't seen none of these cards, okay? So we looking at them together. But, okay. Wow. Now, so your card say, tell me about the best date you ever experienced. Tell me about the best date you ever experienced. All right. Shout out to Ace Metaphor who actually made these decks. I believe he have 6 series out. I believe I have every deck that he has actually produced. And if not, I will eventually get a notification on the next ones, on the next series. So, in my, anybody here want to talk about the best date they ever had? The best date that you've ever experienced? Well, I have a multitude of them, but I'm going to speak about one. I remember I remember I was dating this guy. He was about like he was 6'4", 6'4", and he loved wearing snakeskin boots. He was always dressed real flashy, and everywhere he went, he always liked to just splurge, just give people money. I've never been a person that was excited over material things, so that didn't work with me. But I dated him for many months. When my birthday came around, and I really don't want to have to disclose all this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway because I know someone already did. This guy was an international pimp. And no, he did not put me on a whole stroll, nor did he treat me like that. He treated me like a very exquisite flower. And he told me that he would never try to do anything to harm me like that. See, all men are not approachable. And a lot of women don't realize that. They think it's okay to just, approach a man and just try to get him, hey, I want you. You don't know what the man has been through. You don't do that. You let the man approach you. But, like y'all say, that's old fogey. You say, we didn't grow up in that era. But it's wise if you act like you did. Because you don't know what's going on in these people's mind. And there's some men, and I'm being honest with you, that will have a problem with a woman approaching them. Because they went through some stuff at home with their own mama. They've been mistreated and mishandled by females. Jack the Ripper had a problem with women too. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, you taking your life in your own hands by approaching men like that. I mean, there are body languages and signals that will let you know that the man say he's approachable. There are also psychopaths out there that know about those body languages to get you to come in, like Jeffrey Dahmer. But for me, okay? So, all I'm going to say, that's all I got to say about it. I ain't going to say nothing else about that. But anyway, back to my date. I did date this man. He was very protective of me. I always had bodyguards. Always had bodyguards. No matter where I went, whether I saw them or not, they were always there. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter if he was in the Bahamas or wherever. He always knew exactly what was happening with me at all times. So for my birthday, he told me, he said, I'm going to give you the best party that you ever had in your life. And he did. And I never forgot that to this day. And that was the best birthday I ever had in my life. Women came in from all 50 states. These women were some bad bitches. And I mean from head to feet, these were some cold Tonys. All right? And me just being me, playing without makeup and stuff on, had my hair up in a big ponytail, because at that time I had long hair. They came in. I had 2 rows of money on me, and nothing smaller than a 50, all the way to the floor. And I'm only 5'4". I had banquet tables filled with every kind of alcohol you could imagine that's on the market. Balloons, cake. I had pimps from all over the 50 states that came in and knew me by name, and they always trying to outdo each other. It was beautiful. So, I don't know how this would be perceived of what I just said, because there's going to be someone here and saying, oh, all she's all about is pimps. She used to this and that. I'm telling you about an experience that I had. And it's not for anybody to try to break it down and decipher it and try to make it look like that I'm a bad person. Because some of y'all done did some real bad, fucked up shit and you don't want nobody to know about it. The only person know about it is the group of people that you hang with. So I'm going to say right off the rip, back the fuck up. Because if I know you, I'm going to put your business out there and then what you going to do. So if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. If you got to psychoanalyze what I just said, keep it to yourself. All right, your next card, counselor, is I will take back all those hurtful words I said to you. Either someone want to say this to you, or you want to say this to someone. Someone want to let you know that they fucked up. They always open their mouth saying some fucked up shit, and they want to take back everything that they said. So they hoping that you forget about it. Just let it roll off your back like water on a duck. Let's see what your other love oracle says. Okay. So yeah, somebody did that. And now they say it's important right now to take a step back and spend more time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. You need some self-care counsel after somebody came in and did some effery, okay? But yet and still, I'm going to say, remember when you had an amazing time, the best date you ever had. And that in itself, if you with the same person, should catapult you to being able to overlook all of that other stuff. Do some reflecting in a positive way. You just got to find the good things in life and hold on to them. That's why I said, you know, don't try to go back and rehash the stuff from the past. Just start from right where you're at now. Just like little children. You know anything about children? They can fall out with somebody at school, their best friend or something, where the parents gonna want to take it up, right? They want to fuss and fight. And next thing you know, while the parents are the fuss and fight, the two children, they done forgot all about what it was. And they're over there hanging out together, having fun again. Because that's how children are. They forgive. You got a lot of adults that are that way too. Then you got quite a few that's not. They will bring up everything that you did under the sun. And that's an attack mechanism. Because that's their way of trying to keep you under the thumb and make you believe that you're not better than them or whatever. And more or less, they're thinking that they are the one they're the one that's the inferior, and you're more superior. So, yeah, they got to find ways to attack you. All right, all right, be at peace, Cancer. All right, let's give it 2 minutes in case somebody wants to say a comment. Anybody have a comment on that or anything that we've already spoken about? You're more than welcome. Now, I've had other amazing experiences. I have. That was a really good date. And this part right here may blow y'all away though. That was the best day ever, right? I was smashed. And I will tell you, that same night after it was all over, and here it is. I'm like so way up here, excited, elated, and all of that stuff. The following day, we ended the relationship, and we decided to stay friends. But even after I got married, he was still very protective. Yep, he would pop out the woodwork occasionally and have a conversation. Another beautiful event for me, my daughter bought me this people and birthday, and it was huge. I tell you, I think we ate cake for about 3 to 6 months. All that I didn't give away, but that was her way of expressing to me how much that she loved me. And I was in recovery from a very detrimental illness. So that was a beautiful. I mean, if I really can't call it a date, but I mean, I guess you have to define what a date is to you. A date to me could be like me and a couple of people or just one person getting together, sitting down over drinks, having a dinner for two, listening to soft music, having some great conversation. You know, that's a date. Going to the museum, doing some artwork, maybe even some body painting. All right, Leo, let's see what you got. Wow. Leo, your conversation or the topic for you is, what's your most embarrassing high school moment? What is or what was your most embarrassing high school moment? What was your most embarrassing high school moment? Wow. Well, let me think. Let me think. High school moment? I don't think I had a high school moment that was embarrassing. I was a tomboy, if that's what you want to call it. I was boyish. Basically, until I got pregnant, had my first child. I hung out with the boys, played basketball with the boys, football, baseball. I even played tennis. Only thing I didn't do, I think, is soccer and hockey. Well, this would not be an embarrassing moment for me, but I mean, I guess you could see it as that. I remember once I was going out to play with the guys. I saw all the guys huddled up in the park, in the schoolyard, actually. And I lived not too far away. So I grabbed my football and I went running out the house. I ran all the way to the park, right? Because I know we about to play some football. We're going to play some tackle, right? Love that shit. So when I got there and I stood in front of him, I said, "Hey," and I got the football in my arms. There I went, psh. And I said, "Where y'all going?" And they said, "We don't want to play." I said, "You don't want to play?" They said, "No, we don't want to play with you." I said, "Why you don't want to play me?" They said, "Because you hit too hard." I said, "I hit too hard." I was like, "Y'all boys, y'all can take it." They say, "No, you hit us too hard. You be knocking the wind out of us and stuff." But I thought boys can handle that. Did not know boys could not handle pain. So that deflated me because I could no longer play football tackle. I could only play touch because they didn't like the idea that I hit hard. So, and we had to make an agreement. We only touch on the shoulders or the arm or something like that. Because they already knew if you touch me any place else, my favorite words was, "I'm going to kick your butt." Let's see what your love message is on that. All right. Well, Counselor, someone wants you. I'm sorry. Not Counselor, Leo. I'm sorry, Leo. Someone wants you to know not to give up faith. They say you got some good things coming ahead. So, whatever you experienced in the past that you felt like was embarrassing, you may have been triggered about that as well. All right. They don't want you to give up faith. All right. It may have something to do with a boyfriend or girlfriend. Somebody that, who knows, you might have went out with somebody and all of a sudden your cycle started. Something like that. I'm sure somebody experienced that. Double tap that screen, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a like, please. I appreciate you. Let's see what your last card is, Leo. Leo, someone says only time will tell. Okay? Only time will tell. They want you to continue to have the faith, okay? Have the faith that you got some good things coming your way. All right? Don't let your don't let your past, okay, stumble or hold you back where you can't move forward. And that tells me that you may have had an experience of something that happened to you in the past around high school time that you feel like that triggers you. But if you just sit and have a conversation with your person, whoever it is that triggers you in that area, things will be better. All right, Virgo. Virgo, someone says, if I told you I was pregnant, who would you think the father is and why? So, Virgo, if you male, I mean female, Virgo female, if you told your person that you were pregnant, this is what you saying. They said, who would you think the father is and why? Now that's a conversation because there are a lot of men. The first time you tell them that you're pregnant, first thing they say, it ain't mine. It ain't mine. Mm. You've been in the house with them day in and day out, talking to them on the phone. They know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you were celibate or something like that, and you came up pregnant. A very intelligent man would say, "I know it's my child." All right. A man that can't really pinpoint where his woman be going, and he always have to ask her where she at. Yeah, that will bring up a red flag. So these are topics that y'all can have with y'all significant other. So let me speak on that. When I told my husband, but we wasn't married at the time, that I was pregnant, He told his mom and his siblings. And one of his siblings says, "You sure that's your child?" He said, "I know for a fact that's my baby." And when my child was born, baby looked just like him. Just like him. So it all depends, I guess, on the dynamic of the relationship, the closeness, uh, the trust. He never doubted. Let's see what your next card is, Virgo. Virgo, someone says they're sorry for letting you down. They feel bad for letting you down. Nah, Virgo, this could be someone that you told that you were pregnant, and the person didn't want to take responsibility and said that you was out there with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and possibly Janet or Jane, who really is John. You walk around wearing other people's clothes, and you don't know if it's male or female. But the person say they're sorry that they let you down. All right, and it could also be that because this is what I'm feeling, y'all. I feel also that this person not only just let you down, but they did not take the responsibility of trying to be a part of the child's life and help you raise that child or help you with the necessities that you needed when the child was newborn up to being about 2 or 3 years old. All right. It was a sexual union. Okay. So you have here a sexual union. All right. They want you to honor the place in one another where you are. One eternal soul, for there will find. All right. So someone made a love child. Someone made a love child, walked away and pretended like it wasn't theirs, but then came back in secret after they found out beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was theirs, and they apologized in their own way. That's a hard pill to swallow, but you can. Majority of women feel that if they lay with a man, it's that man's duty to take care of their child, and the first thing they do is to go for child support. But they don't take in consideration that they also made that choice to be with that man, and they didn't count up the cost. So when you own up to your own uh, irregular thinking, making a decision, a quick decision to, without counting up the cost, then it's much more easier for you to find balance as well as say, well, I'm more at fault than old boy or old girl. So I'm going to do what I need to do. Regardless whether or not this person comes in and they help me with the child, it's still going to be my child. And I'm going to love my child with all my heart, all my mind, and all my soul. But that's where the rift comes in when there's a child. But this is two people that got together. They weren't married. They really wasn't in a relationship. They just wanted to do a hookup. And somebody looked up. And they didn't think about it before they did it. That what happens if I make a baby? Am I willing? Am I ready to do this, that, and the other? And especially if they are very young, and they still in school or they just getting out of school and their life has not even started for them. This is like the beginning of their life and they made a baby. Now, whatever hopes and dreams that they had set up for themselves, what they going to do? They going to find themselves taking a job at the chicken shack or something because they don't have the education that they wanted to go into a certain kind of field. And then they may, if they have to not live with their own parents, they ended up living with this other person's parents. And then over there, they getting browbeaten so they not this, that, and the other, you know, or threaten that they gonna file child support on that person because they feel like they need more money. But the government will just put you in jail. They say if they gonna take care of the child, they might as well put you in jail. But even if you in jail, you still working. There's still a check that's being made, and you have a choice. Or the female have a choice. You got a choice. You can take this check that come from your guy that's in prison, or you can take what we give you. But we're not gonna tell you how much either one of them is. So you got to make your mind up which one you want. And that's how that happens. All right, let's go on now to Libra. Libra, let's see what your person says, or what you want to say to your person. They say you love two men, okay? Girls. All right, girls, so you love two men, right? Equally. But lie to one and tell the truth to the other about the entanglement. Who do you care about the most? That's easy to say. Or is it? The one you tell the truth to is the one I would say that you care the most about. But that's not true. It's the one that you lie to. It's the one that you care deeply for because you don't want to hurt them. You can't imagine yourself putting that much pain on a person by telling them the truth. And that might be the best person in your life or the best relationship experience that you've had. Because friends can be open with one another and tell each other everything. But I feel like if you're in a relationship and you know you're doing some wrong, some good, bad, dirty stuff, there is no way in heck you can part your lips and tell them, I am cheating on you. Especially if it's your best friend, you know? And knowing out this person's only been good to you. Yeah. I think uh, I think that's what would happen. But you got to understand, like I said before, the dynamics of the relationship. If it's a truly good friend, somebody you kick with, your BFF, what they call it, friends with benefits, which I'm really against that. Okay, because that's another form of being able to disconnect from your true emotions. And the more you do it, the more you become numb and detached, and detached also from the divine. So your card says, I got to know more about you. So here we go. The person that you tell the truth to is the person that you're not really interested in. The person that you don't really tell the truth to could be the person that you're truly interested in. That could be a tricky subject because in my mind I feel that if a person feel like that they can't be honest, they have to lie to me without even thinking about it, that means that you don't have enough respect for me to tell me the truth. You feel like that it's easier just to say any old thing, any random thing, and you feel like that I don't deserve to know the truth. So this is a topic that could be talked about for at least 45 minutes. All right, guys. So we're going to take a break. We are going to take a break. Whew, Well, that is the plan to take a break. All right. I was trying to put the green screen up, but it wouldn't come up. So let's take that break anyway. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I don't know. The screen seems to be dark. Yeah, it is. It's definitely dark. So each one of these cards, or these topics that came up, we're just doing a little hitting on them. If y'all would like to be a part of Girl Talk, I would like to try to do Girl Talk as a mini segment every Wednesday. Hopefully this will be a good time, 7 p.m. If not, we can move it to Saturday. All depends. But girl talk is necessary. Me too. So somebody said that they wanted to know more about you. Now, the last card you have, Libra, says, let me see. Yeah, okay, so Leo, Virgo. All right, just want to say that sometimes we need to surrender everything, let everything go, and everything else will work out for us. So it just came to me that this could be somebody that feel like that they need two people. They can't have just one because one person they feel very trustworthy. I mean, see, it feels very trustworthy and they feel open that they can talk to, and the other one may be everything else. Hmm. Or this could be platonic as well. But it says you love both of them equally. You can have a friend that you love and it's platonic. You know not to cross that line. That's a soulmate. All right, let's go on to Scorpio now. Wow. Okay, this card says you need to choose one. Choose which one would you do. Would you text somebody and tell them I miss you? The last person you, or would you prefer to take a shot? Would you prefer to take a shot of alcohol or take a shot from the doctor or tell somebody that you missed them by text message? The last person that you actually talked to, male or female, which would you prefer to do? I can answer that one, and it'll be quickly. I would say I am you, and then I would turn right back around and take a shot. All right. So now they say that was a challenge, right? And it may be a challenge for someone to be open like that and let somebody know that they care about them. This card says challenges are to overcome and to bring us to a stronger bond. They're not supposed to break us apart. Right. So it seems like Scorpio, they want you to overcome whatever the challenge is that you have. Oh, okay. All right. So your last card is forgiveness. It's great that you're here. They
Cool.
want you to focus in on your energy on the past events. They say life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. All right. So if you imagine in fear and you're afraid that if you message someone and say, I am you, or just say, I miss you, that what? That's you like you feel like that you surrendering. It's going to make you look weak or feel weak, or the other person going to see you as much more weak, or they're going to feel like that they have the upper hand. Is that why it's a challenge to you, Scorpio? I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio male. And we do have a lot of men that are afraid to actually embrace their emotions, their feminine side. And then we have some that embrace too much of their feminine side. Yeah, but this is like saying, man, if I tell that girl that I miss her, she gonna walk all over me. She gonna think I'm weak. No, not all women would think that. It all depends on what caliber of a female that you're dealing with. All right, let's go on to Sagittarius now. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We're coming in the home stretch now. I think we got about 4 or 5 more to go. Sagittarius, let's see what your card says. All right. This is the topic for those on the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Would you rather have a man that you don't love but is loyal, or a man you love that cheats? Explain. Oh Lord. I'm gonna answer that. I don't have no Sagittarius in my chart, but I will answer that to the best of my ability. And if anybody wanna pop in and say something, please feel free. I would love to have a man that I love that don't cheat. However, having a man in my life that is loyal and that don't cheat and I'm not in love with, you probably can make that work. Why? Because over a period of time, you may learn to love that person. It may not be in the same magnitude as the other person, but you'll learn to love them in your own way. That's less stress on you, uh, less nights being up at nighttime and walking up and down the street with your pistol or shotgun, popping ties and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's not worth it. And you get to keep your composure, continue to be that beautiful, loving, caring person that you've always been. Wear your nice, pretty clothes and be relished, embellished by someone that's loyal to you, opposed to somebody that cheats on you that you're in love with. That really is a very sensitive topic. There are some people that cheat, but eventually turn around and they become loyal. It has a lot to do with their upbringing and those people that they had in front of them as mentors. They may have had trash in before them as a mentor. They may have never seen another man treat a woman with the utmost respect as a queen that she is. They could have been around those gutter pimps that all they saw was them smacking females around and calling them bitches and stuff. You got to understand. And if a young man grew up in a family with both parents and dad was always talking about he going bowling, but he ain't never took no damn bowling ball out the house. You don't think that young man gonna finally figure that out? Or else his daddy one day feel like, well, he old enough to get his first piece and want to take him get his first piece, but yet still he taking him to go see his around his squeeze. Yeah, me and old girl been together ever since you was a baby. And this man over here thinking, well, damn, you been married to my mama since before I was born. You know, that's a problem. That's a problem right there. So when men have not had proper mentors in their life, there's a strong possibility that they will grow up and be like the person that they saw. All
What
right.
is that whooshing? That's the wind, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
What is that whooshing? That noise in the background? That's the wind.
Okay. I turned off the little soft jazz so I can hear you better.
All right, no, I was saying that your audio sounds a bit muffled in the back, but maybe might be mine,
Okay.
ma'am. And would you like me to comment on Sagittarius? What we looking for in a man, or what we would like
Oh,
to look for in a
that would
man?
be if you can comment on Sagittarius.
Okay.
Because I'm somebody gonna pop in later on and they're gonna. And they may be, I believe they'll be able to agree with whatever you say. You know, I would like to know what is it that Sagittarius actually look for in a man? Although the card says, would you rather have a man don't love, that you don't love, but is loyal, or a man you love that cheats?
Wow.
Talk about the things that Sagittarius would like, what they enjoy, what they would love, what the ideal person would be like.
Okay. Well, I can start with talking about my experience as a Sag and that we're independent and we're strong, and it's a multiple sign, and we often can submit and or come together, but it needs to take a certain strong skill set of qualities to deal with a fellow Sag. Would we prefer to be in love with someone who's loyal, or would not love them but they're loyal? I think that that love can be grown or it can be taught, same way as the submission would be if you're in love with someone that is a cheater. Because a lot of folks, like my grandmother and my elders, who held up relationships and held up families simply because the man was the man of the house and she wanted her kids to be raised up with him, and regardless of him being a cheater and a liar, she's still going to run the household and allow him to be there. Um, I can't say that a Sag will do or not. I guess it would just depend on the Sag itself. Often we are independent, and that's not for it. But if we're to family core values, it's respected. Absolutely. And there will be a submission. So it's a double edged sword on that one. Uh, I just want someone that'll be a match to what I require on all aspects. Nice podcast. All right, that's my Saggy input.
That's a beautiful answer, and I can't say anything negative about that because that reminds me, you know, that is a true fact. When women have children by one man, they want to keep the family together, although they know that the man is not, you know, everything over here that they would like him to be, but he is a strong figure in the household. Yeah. So I guess you I normally say, well, not all the time, but sometimes you have to take the bitter with the sweet in order for you to, you know, maintain a good relationship. Now, there's a love card that came out on Sagittarius. So if Sagittarius is dealing with someone that's one of these that the card was talking about, one that she don't love or he love, but yet still this person is loyal, or the other person they love, but they're a cheater. The card that came out said, I just need some time to give more in our relationship. So I will say that if there is a Sagittarius that is going through something similar to this, your person is about to change. Just give them a little bit more time. Yeah, your person is doing some reflecting. The last love card says reflection. Right? So give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that I will work out for the best. This is beautiful. Somebody is now starting to see the light and they're doing some reflecting. Okay. I love that. I love that for Sagittarius. All right, we got three more to go. Now we're on Capricorn. If anybody wants uh, to comment in the chat box, please feel free. We will read it out loud and try to respond. I'll give it 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Girl Talk. This is something that we would like to do either on a Wednesday or a Saturday. Same time if it's possible, if it's feasible for all parties. Hopefully by next Wednesday, we will not be underneath the airport anymore. Okay, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you have a question. And shout out again to Ace Metaphor for making these amazing cards and came up with these amazing questions. These are very great topics, and you can take just one of them and work with it. So Capricorn, your question is, what's your biggest turnoff when it comes to men? What's your biggest turnoff when it comes to men? I know a few Capricorns, and I would like to speak on behalf of one. Nah, all Capricorns may not feel this way, and there may be a few of you that have Capricorn in your chart that may be able to identify with this. But there is a Capricorn that I know said their biggest turnoff about men are the ones that do not have a backbone. If a man cannot speak to them on the same level as them, and they're not talking about intellectually, they mean keep their same strength, speak their mind, make a sound decision, then they see them as weak men. So shout out to House of Jupiter. Thank you for coming in, House of Jupiter. So that is one of the things. I know another Capricorn that says that anytime that they're getting into a relationship with someone, they ask them off the top, what kind of relationship you want? And whatever the person says, that's how the Capricorn is going to do the relationship. If you say it's one on one, it's one on one. If you say that we're going to see other people, we're going to see other people. But as I've already spoken, in the past, it all has a lot to do with the way a person was raised, okay? Or how life took a toll on them or turned them and they became a different way. But for most Capricorns uh, that I know that are females want a man to be a man. And if they feel like that you have a certain position in a relationship and you're not measuring up to that, they're gonna do one or two things. Well, they may do three. One, they may just step over you and end up being the masculine in the relationship and take over the part that you're not doing as well as their own part. Two, see that you're not valuable enough or you don't have any value. All right. And they won't have the respect that they used to have for you. And lastly, and provided for them, they'll go get it. Wow. But Capricorns, I won't. Capricorns are kind of difficult to get along with because sometimes you can be talking to Capricorn, they get messy as hell out of nowhere, just get messy, and you be trying to figure out where the hell that came from. So yeah, Capricorn women can be a little messy too. They'll start something, you know. Yeah, they'll throw some stuff out there. It's like they'll throw a monkey wrench in something mechanic, just to f it up, just so they can. Okay, it's restarting. Okay, so
We're here.
my
We're here.
I what I've seen in a Capricorn, that's all I can mention. Uh, do you have anything you want to add to that? Anything you know about Capricorn women?
Capricorn.
Yeah,
They often
I-
are Kappas or in some sort of groups, big families, and strong headed. Quick general so round off of what I know any Capricorn women to be. She has like 6 kids. She finished college. She was a Kappa for real. Um, Now she's a small business owner. She taught me how to fight. Kappa Capricorns. Yes, Lord. All right.
This next card on Capricorn said big egos. So I guess Capricorns do have a big ego. Hmm. They say big egos would lead this relationship to a darker place. Well, when a Capricorn knows what they know and they know their shit, you can't tell them nothing. And I've seen that for myself. And I have not seen a Capricorn that you can run rings around. But I can tell you, they will give you that same energy that you give them. They are strong headed, they have strong wills, they're very determined, and they do not believe in giving up on whatever it is that they feel is valuable to them or whatever they see that they want to move forward in. A Capricorn is pretty much has a head like a Taurus. They don't believe in giving up. All right. So if you find yourself a person that's very determined, and even after you feel like that something has failed, you find another avenue to get to that same place, that same point, whatever it is that chances are you have Capricorn in your chart. But Capricorns do not give up, nor do they give in. All right. You want a Capricorn to give up, you got to roll him over in the grave. That's metaphorically speaking, okay? But they don't believe in giving up. They will work it, they will do it to the end, whatever that is. And the last card I have for a Capricorn. Oh, I'm sorry, did you have something you want to add to that? Okay. So the last card I have for Capricorn, it says criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. That may be that may be what is that word I hear? That may be the deal breaker right there because you just can't come into a Capricorn no any kind of way. Nah, let me go back and I'm gonna have to retract something. If a Capricorn has a big ego, because we got to remember that some people are in different places because of the way they were raised. If Capricorn takes a male, let's talk about the female. She takes a man and she knows that he's has a lot of weaknesses. That's because she feels like she can capitalize in some way or nurture this person or something to get them to be what they want them to be. Act accordingly, you know. But as far as getting a Capricorn to accept a person, that's the only way I can see a Capricorn would accept a person as they are. As if they know that they can. And I know I shouldn't say this, but I got to put it out there. We have a few Capricorns that are in that dark energy. All right, they're narcissists. Okay, they are manipulators. Yes, they are. And if they feel like they can capitalize on you because they feel like they're a little bit much more smarter in a particular area that are, they will run rings around it and they will play it, baby, until their record is old. Okay, and it don't do nothing no more. Now, this is not all Capricorns. I'm only talking about what I know, what I've seen. So, yeah. But yeah, they will criticize your ass. Yeah, they will. They will. They will. All right. I'm not going to take a break on that one because we didn't spend a lot of time talking about Capricorn. Let's go to Aquarius now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's see. Let's see what the House of Jupiter had to say. House of Jupiter, shout out to you. House of Jupiter said, love and light to everyone. Readings and comments are a cool spin off to what everyone else is doing. Right on, right on. All right, Aquarius. Wow. All right. Those under Zodiac Aquarius. Here's your question. And again, shout out to Ace Metaphor. In one sentence or less, Aquarius, tell me the main reason we are friends. I wish we had Aquarius in the house. I would like them to actually elaborate on this one. They said in one sentence or less, tell me the main reason we are friends. Well, I'm going to speak on what I know about one of my young grandchildren that's Aquarius. I'm going. It's going to be kind of hard to put it in one word, but I can make a short sentence out of it. Money and sex. Money and sex. Now you more than welcome to elaborate on that, but that's all I got on that. I mean, I could talk about one of my son-in-laws. Um, it's kind of hard to say. Uh, what I know about him is that no, I really can't say because he used to be a player back in the day. Indeed, Capricorns are very strong. It's hard to take a Capricorn down. I'm serious. And I tell you, if a Capricorn feel like that a relationship is over with, they will walk away. They'll walk away and won't look back. And if you ever come back to them, they gonna give you that same energy, if not worse. Yeah. Now, if they got it, if they have any upbringing, from with the Bible or something, they will feed you. They give you something to drink, but your ass can't stay here. But they gonna give you that energy. Yeah. Now that's all I know on that.
I guess my one comment or my one sentence for the Aquarius sign would be uh they're the nicer there's only the nicest one out of the three air signs. So it's Gemini and Libra. I think Libras are really calm, but don't cross a Libra. Geminis, I ain't got nothing to say about Geminis. And Aquarius seems like the moldable one in the middle. So, shout out to Aquarius for being a fixed air sign and,
Yeah, I would
liberal, but
and
also greedy.
be like the oldest of the air signs.
Yeah,
And the way I took that is Aquarius is married to Libra, and that's how Gemini came about. Because we're the youngest as well, and we still, we're a lot of playful. We're giddish. We're treacherous.
yeah. And striking and the corresponding planets to Aquarius would be Saturn and Uranus. So, and then the sign that comes with that would be Leo. From there, right? Libra and Gemini seem to have had a baby, and that's what Aquarius came about. So, yeah, absolutely. Saturn
So
and Uranus, ruling planets of Aquarius.
now, Aquarius are very analytical. They like to analyze a lot of things. They are thinkers, just like the Geminis. All right, But I feel that sometimes they think a little bit too much. But I really can't say that because Geminis think 24/7, even in overdrive. But I can say that they do like to analyze stuff. If you catch one that's in their ego is different. Uh, they don't care. They don't care. Basically, that's what it is. They don't care. They will say what they want to say without any consequences. They don't care. And this I'm speaking on the young ones. I don't know about. I can't say that about the older ones. I think the older ones, if they have a certain standard of living and they're, whew,
Let it out. See, you can't hold back what they tell you and or knowledge that is just
is that
uh
it seems like
you know just
there
yeah.
there are certain Aquarius that would feel like that they need to find people that they deem or or beneath them in order for them to feel like they can be comfortable with that person and continue to maintain a some kind of a relationship. Now, when I say the word relationship, some people take it the wrong ways. Relationship doesn't always mean intimate. It could be platonic. It could be a pseudo relationship, like somebody you just met. You have known this person no more than 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Okay, but it's some I have met that feel like they're very, very intellectual. They feel like they're in a position that they have a higher status over you, like I mentioned, and they try to find out as much as they can. Like I said, they analyze it and they remember everything that you said. I mean, they're like the Memorex tape. Okay, they remember everything you said, and they turn back around and they use it uh, to their benefit, so they can have the upper hand. So, in order for to be in a have a friendship with a Aquarius, you're gonna have to be what? Let's see. You're gonna either have to belittle yourself, or you're gonna have to dumb down yourself and not seem to be as intelligent as you really are, or you have to be a great lover, or you got to be a person that's a money maker. Now, I've seen Aquarius and Sagittarius couples together, and they be on the same page. What am I talking about? The same page. I'm trying not to say the word ghetto, but okay. But they be on that same vibe, okay? And it's like it's like tag team. They on the same team. If what if one lie, the other one right on the back of it. They right for that shit, okay? But I've seen it only in the young people. I haven't seen that happening with the older Aquarius and Sagittarius. Only the younger ones. All right, you know.
I guess as a Sagittarius I can chime in on that. I don't think I've came across an Aquarius. I know that I have here one, two, three, four, about 8 corresponding signs that can go directly with Aquarius. Now that we're on the subject, let's go there. Gemini seems a good. Both signs enjoy intellectual, stimulating communication and freedom, making them a good match. Libra. Aquarius and Libra share love for social interactions, beauty, and fairness, leading to harmonious partnerships. Aries and Aquarius can share a mutual respect for independence and a love for adventure, creating a dynamic and exciting relationship. Sagittarius. Both Sagittarius and Aquarius are known for their adventurous spirit, their love for freedom, making them a great match for each other. Leo.
Adventure. You
Traditional
saying
hair sign. Traditional hair sign. Leo, Aquarius. Traditional under the signs of Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are considered the sister signs and can form a powerful and creative partnership. And Capricorn, Aquarius and Capricorn have a strong connection due to their shared focus on the future, commitment, and goal, despite of their different approaches to it. And Pisces, while less common, Aquarius and Pisces seem to find a unique base in their shared love and their unconventional way of abilities to see beyond the surfaces. So yeah, pretty rough, on the edges, but the sarcasm and the defensive deflection, along with a big conversation in there, it gets around. So
well?
yeah. But I had to throw Gemini in there. Gemini, Libra,
I,
Leo.
I, I guess I could say that I would be like a total package to an Aquarius. I do have everything in my chart except Libra and Sagittarius.
Right.
So that would mean that they were getting all of that. But
Yeah.
whether they would be able to recognize, I don't know. But you said adventurous, adventurous. Now, adventurous could be two things. Now, adventurous could be to get excited and stuff. They like to go out and do a lot of things. Or adventurous could mean that, hey, let's go over here and let's go to the swingers club. You down tonight? Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
down. You
Open
know,
minded, independent, not afraid to change the status quo.
but you know,
Yeah.
they you say adventurous. I met an Aquarius who was not very adventurous, and if they was on undercover with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, okay.
So the Aquarius that I met, and this was a much older person. All they were more like a homebody. But was that homebody a mechanism? This is what I never understood. Was it a homebody because everybody knows your name, or was it homebody because uh, you didn't have it like that? Although um, it was an equal give and take, right? So if one didn't have it, the other had it, or as we both had at the same time, we could just do that. But I don't get it. I think I lost my train of thought, but
No, you went. You. I mean, it's cooking because there's more to it. I'm trying to elaborate further on my other signs.
I'm trying to understand
Aquarians
about
often drawn
this
to
part.
intelligent and curious. Independent and free spirited. So that's like Gemini traits, passionate and driven, and they. It looks like they need someone to follow, or they need a match that's not limited because they often do have. Hold on, because I'm pulling it as we go. They're coming at me as we go. They often have a very revolutionary nature. So that's interesting.
Revolutionary. So, in other words, Aquarius are also good at being leaders. Okay,
If they're
but
taught how to be.
if they're taught how to be a leader, they can become a great leader.
Mm. They
All right.
admire people who have a strong sense of purpose and willing to fight for what they believe in. They're attracted to people who are not afraid to stand to be themselves and stand out from the crowd. They're drawn to people who don't need constant reassurance or validation. They're appreciative to people who can engage in them and or have conversations that share their ideas or understand their ideologies. Mm. So they come like they don't really
Really?
have, they don't want to stand out too much because they want to be out of the crowd, but also I want to be
In
down
other
with somebody.
So they're like a silent partner. If they would like to be a person in the background, but yet and still, I'm giving you all the information and the tools and everything. But let me stay in the background. I do not want to be known.
Mm.
So that's something like, well, that might have been the Aquarius in me back in the day because I used to be a person that didn't believe. I didn't like being in the spotlight. Didn't like it. I could tell you everything, and if you called my name, I would slump down. You would have to find me. I'd be almost crawling on the floor trying to get away. You know. But I think I can understand that. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
I
All right.
understand
Let's
that.
try to. I don't know what your next sign will be, but let's move forward. We don't keep on one.
Is Pisces, right? Pisces, your card is would you ever date a coworker? Why or why not? Not! Been there, tried that, can't do it. I remember trying to date a coworker who was a chef. And I took this person to meet my family. And I'm going to tell you within 20 to 25 minutes, he walking around with three different phone numbers in his pocket. And all the women there on that block was all around him, rubbing his hair and everything. And he was just eating that stuff up. So it's not good to date a person that you a coworker with. I can give you another example. I remember Years ago, ooh, baby, you made me go back. Years ago, this guy I dated, and he was like in between jobs. And so he ended up being on my, getting a job where I was at. This man could not do his job for watching me. And see, it brings friction in your relationship tension, right? Because his jealousy was like, I see you smiling in that man's face. I said, but did you see his wife there too? I say, I have to smile at the people if I want to get a tip. So he had a problem with me smiling at people, you know. And when I went to the back and I wanted to have a conversation and let them know that we're out of this or we're out of that, he felt like that we had time to have an argument. Baby, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, uh, no, I would never do that ever again. And that's the reason why. Because it can cause you to lose your job as well as mess up your reputation on the job. All right. Yep. So look like if there's a Pisces that did that, they're saying I'm choosing myself. Uh huh. Yeah, because you don't need that extra drama, especially on your job. A lot of people go to their job because they want to get away and have some peace. And you have a lot of people that are workaholics because they don't want to go home to friction. All right. Your last card, Pisces, says time. They're saying you're trying too hard. Give it time. So maybe this is the coworker that Pisces was dealing with. All right, that was a lover. They tried too hard. And Pisces, you might have put that thing on them. You may gave them that psychedelic cat and made them fall in love with something, girlfriend, boyfriend. I don't know. You know, everybody can't handle everything. All right. Anybody got anything else to say about Pisces? Cause I can't say nothing else. But I can tell you Pisces are wise. They're very intuitive. All right. Pisces know when they person is messing up. Uh, and Pisces will also, they're easy to be able to detach. They can detach from a relationship with no hard feelings. This like a Sagittarius, I'd be like, what the hell? How y'all do that shit? How y'all do that? It take me 3 months just to stop crying. You know, you be trying to figure that shit out. What's the secret? It's because that's different people are designed differently. You know, God know what He was doing when He was making certain people. He did, He do. But I watched Pisces. Pisces will cut you down intellectually, tell you about yourself, and walk off. Don't want to fight, just want you to know about how they feel about that. But if you bring that over there, they will entertain that BS, right? And when they walk off, they detach. They be, Cheryl, I ain't got time for that. They let it go. I've never seen a Pisces cry over a relationship. In fact, what I do know what a Pisces told me, they said, I treat men the way men treat women. If men feel like that our wheels is just a hit and run, that's how I treat them, as a hit and run. And when they start asking me why you treat me like I ain't this, that, and other, I say, ain't that the way how y'all treat us? Well, nigga, just chalk it up to the game and keep on moving. Now that's a cold one, but yeah, that's the way. That's the way this Pisces told me, and I was like, dang. I'm sitting on the side of Pisces, and Pisces telling me all of this. Told me I need to elevate. I need to get with the program. I say, but God didn't make me like that. God didn't make me like that. Don't think I ain't tried. I done cried and boohooed and everything, and say, God, I want to treat people like they treat me. But it never happened. I tried. Okay. All right. The House of Jupiter says my dad is a Pisces. Okay. Well, you want to elaborate on Pisces? Because what I told you was from a female perspective. I don't know anything about the male perspective of a Pisces. I don't know much about the male side of Pisces. All right, I'm gonna leave 2 minutes, a span of 2 minutes, in case anybody wants to elaborate on Pisces or give us some more insight on Pisces. All right. And I think Pisces card was, what was your card, Pisces? I don't even remember what your card was. Was it would you ever date a coworker? Why not? I don't think that was your card, but I may have them mixed up. Okay. Let me go back here. So this is Capricorn. This is Aquarius card. Oh baby. I don't know. I must have shuffled these rascals. Alright, let's see. Okay, the house of Jupiter says, and we both have the same birthday, and we both make choices the same way, and we have a lot of similarities, and yet we don't agree on much. Wow. He texts me every day. God bless that man. He continues to school me with touch, love, and sass every day. He's very respectful and a person of high intelligence within his community indeed. Wow. That's wow. Thank you for enlightening me because I've never encountered a Pisces man, so I really know nothing about uh the masculine side of being a man Pisces. That's beautiful. That's good to know. He's very strong.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna comment on the a touch of love or maybe tough love, but House of Jupiter, that's super cool. With the Saggy and Pisces because it's such a different, moldables. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. We
Yeah.
thank you so much, House of Jupiter, for that. All right. Please continue to come in. All right. And share with us more because I can only tell you the limited amount that I know. And I know that I don't know everything. And I'm sure there are millions of people out here that can still give me some insight on various uh, zodiac signs because, like we know, everybody has a different temperament. All right. And it has a lot to do with your born DNA, your genetics and stuff, and how you was raised in the environment. And your environment has a lot to do with the way that you show up in the world. We show up with a mask on, but when the real person shows up, that's a whole different person. So I really appreciate you showing up, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All right. So we did Pisces. Pisces was the last person. Now I have two cards here for the collective. All right. So collective, there's two cards here for both of y'all. I mean, for both of y'all. All right. So collective, ooh, baby, I don't know if y'all ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this, collective. We're gonna go with it, collective. The first question that they say: do you have a sex toy? If so, describe your relationship with it. I don't think nobody want to touch that. Collective, you don't want to touch that one? Well, I'm going to say this. There are millions of women and men that have sex toys, whether they keep them in secret or they have them sitting out. Some people have a whole bedroom that's just got different kind of items and stuff hanging from the ceiling in the closet, etc., etc. Okay, and they're not afraid, all right, to let other people know that they freaky like that. Some people relationship with their sex toys is like once a month. Some is every day. I know a lady that says she prefer to have a sex toy because she don't have to worry about nobody asking when you coming home, when you coming back. She ain't got to have nothing talking back. She get what she want, and afterwards it's over with. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Lay down, go to sleep with it, kiss it, whatever she want to do, and she done. Clean it up and start over. So, collective, y'all on your own. Y'all can put some stuff in the comment box after the video. Double tap the screen while you're here. Afterwards, give us a thumbs up. All right. But you got a card here that say, if you want our love, become long lasting, give me a hand and build a solid foundation. So this could go two ways. This could mean that your sex toy telling you need if you want a better relationship, you need to use me more. This could be this could be a collective that You having a whole relationship with somebody else, but you ain't getting what you need, or maybe you're not getting they're not hitting that G spot, that what V spot, and you saying, you're gonna have to meet me. All right, now I will say there's a lot of relationships that end up being more stronger, having a tighter bond. All right, when they start adding extra things to it, not all at one time, but just overwhelming a person, but gradually introducing certain things, certain ideas and stuff into the relationship, right? And that way it's accepted. But to bombard them with all of it at one time, oh baby, somebody gonna pack their shit and go and tell you they're going to the store and never come back. Woo. All right, you have anything you want to elaborate on that with? And if not, we're gonna move on to the next card. Okay. But they do say, you do have a card that say here, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the event in your life. Through turmoil, blessings will soon be revealed. So if anybody is having some kind of a deficiency when it comes to their love life, and you find yourself having a relationship with your sex toy, know that too is going to come to it's going that's going to pass. Okay, that's what it says. Soon going to be through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So uh, I ain't gonna lie to you, and this might be a little funny. You might want to manifest what you really want. All right, if you want something the same size, the same girth, and all of that of your sex toy, that's what you need to be manifesting. All right, now if you just want to manifest the sex toy, the girth and the length, then you ain't gonna be worried about what it's attached to. It might be attached to a crazy mofo. All right, somebody with just jacked up with one eye. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about people that handicap. I'm just talking. This is just a little jokey joke. All right, so, you might want to manifest what you really want, girlfriend, boyfriend. Okay? All right? The last card is they want you to choose one. Let me go through your phone or take a shot. They want you to choose one. What would you do? Would you allow somebody to go through your phone, or would you allow them to take a shot? A picture of you. Which would you prefer? Would you allow somebody to go through your phone or take a shot of you? All right, now that can go both ways. Okay, that can go kind of. All right. A lot of people are they're self conscious of their phone because they got a lot of stuff they got hid in there. But those people that are open and don't have nothing to hide will not have a problem with you seeing whatever's in their phone. Me, I think I'm one of them people. I ain't got nothing to hide. Go through it. Look what you want to see. All right. And then turn around and say, let's take a
I'm gonna
shot.
I'm gonna show my phone. I'm gonna show my stuff. I don't care. I'm gonna show my stuff. I don't care. As long as I can do it too. Let's see what's up. Two people can't keep that energy. All right, moving on.
And in hopes but afterwards you may turn around and say, okay, now let me see your phone. And they go, no. Well, then you just told me that you got something hid. You got a hidden agenda. You got something hid in your phone that you don't want me to see. You still hanging out with Becky. Okay, you still calling Barbara Sue. All right, you still, you got somebody in here named So So. All right, you dealing with the other, you can jump the fence over to the other side. Or you know that we're going to know So So is a man, not a woman. Okay. So they said, they say your next card says, "I do appreciate everything you've been giving me the whole time." So you got somebody here that's very appreciative, collective. They're very appreciative of everything that you've done for them in the past. All right, and also in the present. You may not know this. They may not have actually told you this. There's a possibility you'll get the opportunity to hear this from somebody. All right, but they also saying through each other you find the missing pieces. So, uh, wow. Okay, so y'all each other puzzle, and by y'all still spending time together and interacting, you start to find out more about yourself and them themselves, and find out how y'all can actually meld together, mesh together, all right, and fix this here and be that total puzzle, if that's what you want to call it. We have a lot of people that don't believe in hanging around and fixing a relationship or even find out if it's gonna work. They want that instant relationship stuff, you know. Uh, I'm gonna hang out with you for 2 or 3 days. We're gonna knock boots and everything else, you know. And then after that, I'll see you when I see you. And if I don't see you, okay, and you see me on the street and I walk with somebody else, just pass on by, pretend like you don't see me. Don't you don't know me? I don't know you. You know, I'm gonna say something, and this is something random. More likely, don't have nothing to do with anything we're talking about. But this was prompted by the sex toy thing and the last one, where it says through the puzzle pieces, as well as what was the other card? Because I've already put them up. But I will say this here, talking about the sex thing, you know, because it was asking about Aquarius to make in one word or in one sentence, why are we friends? All right. And I would say there are some Aquarius that say, because you suck my dick well, because I just need to make sure that I have a supply when I get this urge and I want to do it. Okay. Because you're great when it comes to making money. Yeah. Uh, because you got the vehicle and I got the job. All right. So last but not least, and like I say, this don't have nothing to do with it, but this came up my head, so I'm gonna say it. Ladies, sometimes we want to please our men. Yes, we do. Or we will do anything to show our man that we care, even if it means doing anal sex, and this is something that we don't really agree. But everything needs to be done in moderation. All right, everything should be done in moderation. If you are consuming uh, your man's love juices, that should be done in moderation too. Because if not, you're gonna find yourself walking around here choking and stuff and lying, talking about it's your allergies. And anybody that really know the truth know that you've been drinking calm. Okay, so so you won't end up having to go to the hospital and get your stomach pumped because of that. Do things in moderation. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we've been on here almost 2 hours, right? No, an hour and a half, right? Oh, awesome. It might have been 2 hours. Don't start me lying. But I appreciate the House of Jupiter popping in. Evo, uh, what was his name? Banana, uh, Stream Elements, and all of those that in the background that came through the live. I, if all goes well, we're gonna try to do this here a little more often. Have girls' night. Uh, if we can come to an agreement, we'll figure out what day. But in my mind, I'm thinking either a Wednesday or Saturday, but it's not my call per se. We all have to agree. All right. And y'all will know. Y'all will know like a day in advance, if not several hours in advance before we actually put it out. All right. All right. Thank you very much for popping in the live. I really appreciate you coming in. I really do. You brought a lot of insight to some things that I didn't know. You also expanded my mind on some things that I did not know about men that are Pisces. In fact, that tells me a lot because it seems like now we need to have a whole, also take some time out and do something about the men because there's a lot I don't know about men of the zodiac sign. But I know quite well, a little bit I say about the female side. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close out this live. See y'all in the next video. I love you, and I love my guests as well.